top 5 underrated horror movies for fall. Fall is upon us, lads. The best time of year. Fall's the best. I can dress cool, I can feel cool, and I can watch horror movies. So let's talk about the 5 most underrated horror movies for fall. The 5th one is my favorite, though. I'll give you a little tease. At number 1, we have The Guest, one of my favorite movies to watch during fall because of so many things it does well. For one, it's a horror comedy. Now that's a thing that most people don't talk about with The Guest, is how funny it is. It's a black comedy. It's not overtly funny. Nobody's telling Adam Sandler jokes. The comedy is that Dan Stevens point blank murders people, like a lot. And he's doing it out of love, which is hysterical. The entire premise of the movie is that Dan Stevens invades, it's a home invasion movie. He invades this home by being charismatic and likable.
Kid called me a so I broke a yardstick on his face.
Okay. Awesome.
He comes in there to make everyone's lives better, and he actually does. He just does it in the only way he knows how, which is by violence and murder. And it is fantastic. I love this movie. But now we can go on to number 2, which is even going to be more polarizing than this one, which kind of already is. Even though not a lot of people talk about it, and the people that do either love it or hate it. This one, even more so. Let's go. At number 2, we have The Empty Man, a movie that really didn't even get properly released, and yet it was one of my favorite horror movies the year it came out. It's a fantastic little watch. It's a little bit long. It's 2.5 hours, but man, it's a gorgeous movie. It's like if David Fincher decided to make a weird horror movie where for 90% of it you had no clue what the f*** was going on, which is very David Fincher. And once it's over, you just go, what did I watch? And why do I want to watch that again? It's just fun. It's just fun. It's just a fun horror movie.
Come on. Come on, man. Come on.
There's nothing popping around the corner and you go, oh! There's a couple little moments like that where it amps up the tension, but mostly it's just eerie atmosphere, and you're trying to figure out the mystery at its heart. And I loved it for that. I think it's a well-made, fun movie with a 20-minute long intro that has almost nothing to do with the rest of the movie that sets the tone perfectly, though. Check it out. At number 3, we have Christine, which is a John Carpenter movie, so this may be cheating, but this is his lesser-known one. You know, everyone talks about The Thing, everyone talks about Escape from New York, that type of thing, but Christine rocks.
Show me.
Again, it's one of his lesser-known movies, but it's no less great. I think this is one of his best, and most fun, and most well-paced movies, too. It's about this scrawny little loser kid who just wants to be cool. And once he meets a possessed car, yes, a possessed car, he becomes cool. In fact, way too cool. His coolness goes up beyond the range of human conditioning, and he becomes a complete asshole, megalomaniacal asshole who is just bent on being the worst possible person ever, which Christine loves. Christine's a horrible demon car, and she wants to murder everybody, and we get some of the best John Carpenter sequences out of this car, smashing its way into alleyways to get people who think they got away from her, and it repairing itself. At number 4, we have The Wailing. Now, The Wailing is a South Korean horror movie from a few years ago that I absolutely love. It's another slow burn, similar to The Empty Man, but it's immensely satisfying.
네 인자부터 내가 하는 말 똑바로 전해라. 토시 한티기한테는 이 씨벌놈아.
It's a movie with a huge mystery at its core that keeps you guessing constantly. There's multiple characters, there's multiple red herrings, and even though it follows a fairly simple structure of demonic possession type of movie, they call in a exorcist of sorts to come and cleanse their home or their kid, it still manages to breathe new life into this tired formula. Usually, This demonic possession formula is dull and repetitive and uninteresting. And even at the 2.5 hours mark that this movie has, it manages to keep things incredibly upbeat and fun. Interesting might be a better word. It's well made, it's incredibly well shot, it looks gorgeous. I love the South Korean landscape in this. I love the performances too. I think it's just one of my favorite horror movies to watch around this time of year. It's gloomy, it's atmospheric, it's eerie, it hits the nail on the head. Let's go to number 5. My favorite on this list. You may have seen it, you may not have. My guess is not. And to wrap up our top 5 underrated horror movies to watch this fall, we have It Comes at Night, a movie that when it came out was one of the most polarizing movies of that year. It's a movie I think is fantastic, though. It is so well done. Everything about this movie I love. And when it came out, I would say it was a victim of its marketing. This is a movie that you should not watch a trailer for because it gives you certain expectations for what it's going to be. The trailer makes it look like a monster movie, and it simply isn't. This movie is all about fear. It's all about people's fear and what people do to rid themselves of their fear, of their anxiety, and how it can get the best of them.
What's he see? Go inside, I'll take care of stuff.
It's a fantastically understated movie about two families that come together at a time of uncertainty in the world. You don't really see much, but you can tell it's dystopian. It's like a zombie apocalypse movie without any zombies in it. It's a movie about a bunch of people that are just quarantining themselves in their house because something at night will come and get them if they go out or if they don't quarantine. And it's never really made clear what that is because it's all metaphorical. Again, it's about fear. It's about anxiety. So the movie doesn't have to show much, and it doesn't. But the ending may be one of the most disturbing and disgusting endings to a movie you will watch. Watch them all, though. I love all of these movies. This is just like a notch better than the rest. So that's it for this video. Tune in next time. It's going to be a crazy fall.